So these jaw horses are awesome because it's really a safety tool, because it's not safe for someone to try and hold a piece while you're running a chainsaw. So you clamp that down there, throw this lever down, it locks it in place, so it's good and solid. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lay the level on there, and we're going to mark our line. What that does is get the straightest part of this log, so that when this mounts on something square down there, this post is going to be level. And then I take and lay my level on here, make sure it's level. You can kind of pound down on that, level that up, and we get our measurement here. 40 inches. Then I take the level and I plumb that up, because I'm already plumbed there. That makes me a square cut. And I lay my pencil flat on the level and I mark that, and it gives me my two lines. So it's hard to make a straight line on a round log. So that's how I do that.
So I just want to add, if you watch the way that Terry set this up and laid this whole thing out, the way he used the bench itself and then used the level and then used the level again to find all of his points. A lot of people spend a lot of money on a lot of different jigs and tools and things to do the same job that Terry's doing with a pencil and a level.
It's super important to have a good handle on your chainsaw and stuff, and have a good stand. You want your feet a little further apart so that you can stabilize yourself. And I'm always getting my hand right here on my leg, and I'm even bracing my arm against my chest here, because the more stable you can be with this saw, the more accurate you're going to be in cutting this. So let's just fire up the saw and I'll go ahead and cut this and kind of see how it goes. So this kind of really shows it really well what either coming up with the saw and coming in, that's going to get you your down cut, so that as this chain's moving, it's cutting against it. It's going to push towards it. When you pull out, if you're cutting on the bottom side here, when you're pulling out, it's going to fray this stuff out. And we want to get a nice, good, clean cut the first time and not have to do a lot of sanding and a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up and we'll see how it goes. That way you can get a nice, clean cut right to the end of the cut. Now on this one, what I did is I came in, I already had a bottom cut in here. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to get holding the saw nice and tight to your leg here. And there again, I'm bracing off my body here to get this cut. And I'm just coming in. You want just barely on, see, the safety side of the saw is from here down. You get up higher here, you're going to have a kickback on your saw. That's going to be dangerous, and you're not going to be able to control the saw as well either. So I'm coming in here and I'm hitting it. It's still a downward cut, but it's within a safety range. So then you're coming up and you're coming into it there, and then you're going down. Once you've got this scored on the outside, it's like scoring a door. When you're going to cut a door off in the bottom, you take a a straight edge, and you make a knife cut. And that keeps, when you're cutting with the skill saw, keeps it from fraying up and ruining your door. Kind of doing the same thing here with the saw. You're taking and making that score cut first, then cutting in, and you can get a really nice job that way.
The thing of it is, you guys, is these are all critical cuts. Every single one of them. These angles are critical in order to achieve the craftsmanship on the install of this railing. And all of this was done by hand with a chainsaw, and it's just amazing craftsmanship. With these tips with Terry, I feel like people can learn how to do this.
You can look down this and see that if you're over here or you're over here, you can tell it's not straight. But you can look down this and see that it's the best overall straight point of the log. So we're going to make our marks here again. And we'll go ahead and drill this. There again, quick work. Good sharp tools make all the difference. If you don't have a good sharp tool, you're going to have a bad day. There again, a nice sharp knife is your best friend. Drilled and cut so that we're 5 inches up from the bottom. That leaves less than a 4-inch space down here. This is cut so that code is 36 inches, no lower than sitting 36 inches on the top. Depending on the size of log here, right now I've got at 35 to center from the bottom, which makes this right at 37 inches. I'm well within code, so that clears me for county inspections. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm getting this so it's on a mark right here, and then I'm looking down through this here because I want to get this depth, and I'm sighting down through these, making sure that I've got this corner marked out where it's gonna, and I'm setting this thing on here. That corner, and I'm going to mark how far in I'm going to need that.
So what Terry's done here is he's marked out a relief cut on the decking to accept this angle for the railing. He's going to make a quick cut with the fine tool.
It's just going to slide right down in there, and it's going to make a nice tight fit. Now we're going to do the same thing on this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and lay my rail out. I want about a little bit of space here, so I'm going to take and make a mark right here where we want the edge of this post to hit. And set this on there after I get my
Again, what Terry's doing is he's using a straight edge to lay out the exact cut to accept the second post.
Now I'm going to put this on there. Set that there like that. Where exactly it's going to be cut.
There it goes.
Nice and tight.
There it is.
Now we're going to rock this back like that. And we're going to bend these pickets. drop this in there, starting this side here. This over. There we go. We're safe now. I'd put a screw in like this because that's going to go through that and into the meat of the rail here, and it makes it so you can kind of hide the screws in there. And it locks it in there. We're going to want to go from this side here because it's the corner. We don't want a screw sticking out where we're putting the next piece in. There we go.